Point of the lance? I mean, I guess.
By the sun, it's true. She's come back.
I agree with what people in chat are saying. Her hair is way too mobile.
You earned this welcome. You saved them.
Balls is much more realistic.
In the name of the Sun King of Vard, a royal welcome for the champion.
Make way.
I'm glad they got his voice actor again.
Murad, Aloy has an urgent
I
matter
like
to
Murad's
discuss.
voice.
Dashane, that makes two of us. I've sent forth hunters for weeks, to sunfall all the way to the sacred land, searching for you. Something happened at the spire. Come. I'll show you.
Alright, that's going in a direction I wasn't expecting.
Watch your step. You saved us all, to be sure, but we're still cleaning up the mess. It happened right after the solstice. We were able to explain it away, thank the sun. Otherwise, it might have caused a panic.
What happened?
One night, for less than half a minute, it glowed an angry red. From Meridian, it looked like a trick of the light. But those who were closer, atop the light, said it could not have been a reflection. Much to my dismay, they said the light rose up from the tower's base. From that...
Oh, this is regarding
we left
what
everything just as
happened
it was.
at the end of
What do you
the
think
first
happened?
one,
I don't know.
when
The
Hades
Spire's
was
supposed to send
captured.
out signals, messages for the terraforming system.
But Hades tried to use it to wake up ancient war machines.
I was sure I cut the connection to that thing. Wait here while I check it out.
Let us know what you find.
First, I will let you know if I find any loot. There may be some loot around here. Yes, many loot.
Is that a statue of me?
What?
That's... new.
I mean, bad likeness, to be fair. A little bit more bejeweled than... Yeah, I mean, that's very much a... more of a Sundom trapping, really, but sure, okay.
I guess I should be flattered by the statue. It feels wrong. Especially when my job's only half done. Looks like a memorial. Honoring those who fell in the Battle of the Elite. Lots of brave people defended this place from Hades.
It's true. I keep expecting the ring to be acid.
Machine carcasses. Remnants from the Battle of the Elite. We were almost overrun by the machines Hades controlled. But we pushed through.
Bloody things. I am duty bound to destroy them, shit. Why? I don't know. Light melee attacks are fast and can detach armor plates from small machines. Heavy melee attacks are slow, but can knock down smaller machines. Junk. Look, I have to destroy them. There's probably going to be some sort of achievement for destroying every single one in the game. Just like they were with the training dummies in the first game. One of the only things I don't actually have out of the achievements. I think there's 23, and I believe I've managed to get 20 or 22. What?
Didn't expect to see you up and about. Just like the Karja to get us Ostrom to do all the hard work.
I mean, you could look at it like that, or
Battle really wrecked this place.
or you could spin it like the Karja don't trust themselves with the important work, so they give it to you. I love that there's so much to explore and to appreciate in this game. Direction is moving. Oh, over there. Duh.
Watch out for canisters in the rubble. Don't want another blast.
Fair enough. Has that happened a few times? I didn't realize I needed to be cautious of this, but duly noted. Why, hello. Oh.
It's really you. Wait, you're a real-life legend.
Why, thank you. I thought he was whistling the McDonald's tune for a second. I was like, what? Hello. Don't know if there's gonna be anything more for me to find around here. I think we've more or less discovered all of it. Bet that's an invisible wall. It is. Come on, game.
Yes, hi.
I like that there's a bit of chatter going on between the NPCs.
It's a bad time for a visit, Nora.
What? Oh. So much to do, so much to see, so much wrong with taking the back street. Yes.
It's part of the Deathbringer we defeated.
Ooh.
This machine was the last line of defense for Hades. It dragged the orb up here and then nearly killed me, but it's just a piece of scrap now.
Good night,
I
Thanank.
got a bad feeling about this. I don't know. Looks the same as before. Never could pull this thing out of it. What? Transmission.
So the upgrade that Sylens made to our spear was to allow it to transmit.
No, he wouldn't. He couldn't.
Silence, you cunning
Something was
fox,
transmitted from
you.
the top of the spire. I guess I have to find a way up there.
I love how Aloy's he wouldn't, he could, he would, and he absolutely could. Oh, what's that say? Fazball 7 quantum processing module heavily damaged.
Maybe I can jump to that ledge behind me.
He would, he could, he did. You can't even be mad at him at that point. It's like, Sylens was so many steps ahead of everyone else all the way through the first game. It's frustrating, sure, but you can't be mad at the guy. I kind of want to be up there. I think there may be things to collect. Yeah, there probably are. Oh, that's annoying. Are the treasure boxes over there? I suspect that. Chat, remind me to go up there. Okay.
My pullcaster can't reach that from here. I need to get closer. I should be able to pull that crane closer.
There we go.
There we go.
How bold of you to remember, to think we remember things. That's fair.
Now, how to cross over to the spire.
Damn it. I don't need any...
Be able to get up there now.
I don't need my focus to see that. Massively telegraphing it. Okay, let's begin the
Sylens
long
was
climb.
helping me when he gave me his lance. But it looks like he tricked me.
Yep.
Transmitted something through the spire. Did he save Hades? Why would he do that? Well, if I can figure out where he sent it, I can track him down. Hopefully the transmission node at the top will tell me. Looks like this panel's ajar. Can I go up through the inside?
Oh, that would actually be pretty cool. I did Nydia Sky. Tilly's back inside. In fact, she's actually curled up on my feet right now.
Let's see.
Access lift activated.
Lucky day.
Engaging maintenance configuration.
The whole thing is opening up. Wonder what the Carja will make of this. There's the note. Somewhere to the far west.
Ooh.
Bastard.
Well, Aloy, I see you finally figured it out. To be honest, I'm surprised it took you so long to discover my ruse.
You rigged the lance to steal Hades. How could you be so reckless?
Reckless? You're the one who tried to purge Hades before its precious knowledge could be extracted. The mysterious signal that woke it, for example. Or why to obtain one of those GAIA backups you've been having such a hard time finding.
If you knew, why didn't you just tell me?
I've been having problems of my own these past 6 months, Aloy. The difference is, I've made progress.
Oof.
So once your anger at my entirely necessary deception has faded, Now, why don't you come out here and find me in the Forbidden West and learn all that I've discovered?
Oh, I'll come find you, all right.
Yes. Well, and the coordinates make it simple enough. Even for you.
Skin texture there is amazing.
There's no other choice. Better let Varl and Murad know what I found.
The thing with Sylens there, though, is that I don't know. He was like him needling Aloy. That is entirely in character. He'd been doing that right from the beginning, always looking down his nose at pretty much everyone. Superiority complex, the size of a god. That one, but towards the end, it felt like there was a growing reluctant respect, like despite himself. That could have just all been part of the ruse, though, rather than that having been forgotten. Still, interesting. I'm really, really interested in where that's going to go. Sylens was almost my second favorite character in the original, just from the perspective of how intriguing the character was. Almost my second favorite. In terms of the characters I liked the most, Aloy, Rost, Erend, pretty much in that order. But as far as characters that were intriguing and fun because of that in that element, it was definitely Aloy, then Nil, then Sylens for me. Oh yeah, don't forget the loot. Thank you very much, chat. See, I knew I could rely on you. Also, what the heck is beeping? There is something beeping. Is it a bird? Or is it some sort of location device? I don't know. Dreaming dummies. Let's head on up.
What do you mean? I'm hating every second of this adventure. Yeah.
Can I not get up there?
Savior, the orb remains untouched, as per Blameless Murad's instructions.
Very good, very good. I want to be up there, though. Huh.
Come to think of it, what happened
Hello,
to that
Tilly.
hammer you lost?
Sweetheart. You want more food?
Don't blow your
Again?
place.
My lord. I wonder if I can maybe jump
Savior,
up there.
welcome
from here.
back to the Elites.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Drinks later.
Hello, I'm here to loot boxes, of which I am sure there are many. There are not. I will take medicine then, I guess, as a conciliatory prize. I'm very sad though, the desperate lack of loot boxes. And invisible walls! Ah!
What do you mean? I'm hating every second of this adventure. I don't respond well to happiness. Don't you have somewhere better to be?
am so very, very disappointed. Right, I'll be right back because Tilly needs some attention.
You finally gonna put your muscle where your mouth is? Stuck a hammer to your head? All right. Better than sitting in the dawn. I don't respond well to happiness. Don't you have somewhere better to be?
And I'm back. Tilly is now happily fed. Alright. I hope the guards were keeping you company in my absence.
Gee, I feel so fulfilled now that I finally asked you. Please tell me more. I'm hanging on your every word. What? I wasn't paying attention.
How is it you sound...
It's an understatement to say that your reputation precedes you, Savior. Welcome.
Thank you. Some weird sound shenanigans going on over there. Very, very weird.
You went inside it, and it transformed. Almost like the day of the battle.
I can only be grateful that it's a stormy day. Few will have seen the tower change from Meridian. What did you discover?
Hades.
Stormy day?
The danger didn't end here. It went into the Forbidden West. And I have to follow.
I see. That can be difficult. The West is called Forbidden for a reason. A tribe of ferocious warriors controls much of it. The Tenakth, and they allow no trespassers past its border. That said, under the Sun King Avad, a fragile peace has been negotiated. And indeed, the next embassy will take place in a day or two on the edge of the frontier. Were you to attend the gathering under his auspices, the Tenakth might grant right of passage, instead of hunting you and attacking on sight.
Great, just what I need. More killers.
The Sun King.
Oh, it's been a while.
Aloy.
Invisible glass and invisible storms, yes.
You left in such haste. We never had a chance to properly thank you.
Can we show the champion the spear now? Please? Itamin, quiet.
It's true. We bear gifts. Decorum usually calls for a ceremony of offering at the palace. But I thought you would prefer a less formal occasion. Bring them, please.
Avad, this is all very kind, but Who's it? Vanasha.
Quick. Better hand them over before she runs off again.
Really? Must you?
That is a very fancy pokey stick. Very fancy.
Try it on.
It's beautiful.
On behalf of all the citizens of the Sundom, may these tokens remind you of our eternal gratitude.
That was less of a...
Perhaps you'd like to spend more time with your friends.
Chat.
Come speak to me when you're ready to depart.
Learn more about characters from the past. Navigate to the character bio section, you know, but
I
it's
need to
fine,
attach the
I think
master override to my new spear. Should be a workbench around here I can use.
No, I'm fine with the headpiece. Show up,
What it up, huh?
Avad. And Nasadi. Obviously we've got Val and Blameless Murad. Now, I am really eager to find out if the save data from the original game has any impact on this. Like, I am really, really eager to find that out. Like, if there will be certain characters here that wouldn't have been otherwise, so on and so forth. Because we pretty much completed every side quest. In fact, we did complete every side quest because I've got an achievement for it. The only thing we didn't do was a...
Stop hammering if you hear her scraping.
The only thing we didn't do was destroy all of the training dummies. We'd even completed all of the fetch quests. Yeah, perhaps.
How goes it, Hammerhead? At least the cards you're paying us to do their hard work this time. The savior of Meridian. How do?
Let's go and chat with our friends over a bit. Murad status. Still blameless. Yes.
Dowager Queen Nasadi.
Blessed champion. Itamen, what do you say?
My humblest thanks to you, great champion, for delivering my mother and me from Sunfall, and for defending our holy city against the forces of Shadow. Did I say right?
You said it fine, Itamen. And you're welcome.
Champion, will you teach me how to shoot like a real machine hunter?
Itamen.
I have to go on an important mission, Prince.
To save the world?
Something like that. But when I come back, I could give you a few tips. It would be an honor.
We owe you our lives, champion, and we will not forget. May the sun light your way.
Watch out for Thunderjaws, champion.
Joe's gonna have to watch out for me. Though, again, this is another thing of the risk assessment is like, all of these AI are in communication, okay? They're all talking to each other. One can only assume that whilst they're engaging in combat, they're probably transmitting data constantly. A, the machines should have been getting much better dealing with my cheesy tactics because they are so used to encountering them. And B, if they couldn't get better, they should have just straight up been avoiding me. It's like, yeah, there's priority one threat in this area. Either send everything to try and wipe it out, or clear out. Because it is a lot more resource intense to build a whole new Thunderjaw than it is to, I don't know, just let that tiny little but incredibly dangerous thing just go straight through without opposition. No, but you see, those were dumb AI. AI, plenty of A little light on the eye. Yes, very, very light on the eye.
Please arrange for a luncheon at the palace. us. The sculptor wanted something even bigger, twice the size, covered in gold and jewels. But I was quite certain you wouldn't appreciate that.
You were right. I'm sorry, Avad. It's good to see you, but I can't stay long.
I see. I'd hoped you'd remain in the city for a time. Perhaps at the palace.
Meridian's still in danger, but it's bigger than that. To put things right, I have to go west. To Nox territory.
By the sun, that's a Noct? Well, perhaps Murad already told you, but after years of hostility, we've negotiated a truce, in hopes of a lasting peace. Another embassy will be held in just a day or two.
Oh, finally. Shakal Draconis. Aavak, I like to think that's what happens in MMOs when you're in a low-level area. All the mobs are like, if I don't make eye contact, maybe the scary hero won't kill me. Exactly. Years of hostility. Tell me about them.
When you say years of hostility, I assume you mean the Red Raids?
Ah, yes. My favorite subject.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't need to know.
As you know, my father raided all the border tribes. The Asuram, Banuk, and Nora suffered greatly, resisting as best they could. But none fought back like the Tenakth. They rose up and assaulted our western front at Barren Light, sweeping us from their lands. Getting them to talk to us again after that was tricky.
What makes this coming embassy so special?
Well, just like today, it is special because of the guest. Our delegation will meet with the Tenakth just outside Barren Light. We'll give them treasure, and they'll return a prisoner. Fashav, one of our finest soldiers.
Soldier? Don't you mean raider?
No, not in this case. Fashav is my cousin, nothing like Helis and his ilk. He joined the Western expedition with the hopes of reining in certain excesses. But he was captured during a heroic defense of our forward base at Cinnabar Sands, and has been held ever since.
Okay. Tell me a bit more about him.
Your cousin, Fashav. How long has he been a Tenakth captive?
5 years. Tenakth emissaries swear he is well, but I wonder. That tribe is renowned for its brutality. How did he survive? Well, I'll know soon enough. If you see him before I do, tell him that I await him in Meridian, where he belongs.
If I see him, I will.
Okay. Tell me about Itamen. How's he doing? How's he getting on?
Itamen looks happy.
You got him out of Sunfall. Any happiness he has, he owes to you. He's turning into a fine young man, which he'll need to be if he's to inherit the crown.
Wouldn't the crown go to a son of yours first?
Yes, well, I'd have to get married for that to happen. Murad keeps throwing noble matches at me. But I find I'm always trying to make them into someone they're not. At any rate, I never aspired to the throne, and I don't wish to sit there forever. When Itamen comes of age, I hope to step aside. Free of the crown. I might finally be able to travel the world. Who knows? Perhaps even accompany you on one of your adventures.
You make it sound easy. How did you get the Tenakth to talk again after the war?
The same way I got you to
Yeah,
talk.
the face she made when he
By
said
giving
that.
gifts.
The Tenakth like tiaras?
More like medals, spices, and relics looted during the fighting. We've met with them on several occasions, and the gifts seem to have eased the tension.
Okay.
But this coming embassy is the most important yet. The best sign we've had so far that the Tenakth want lasting peace.
Gifts. Metal, spices, that makes sense. Lost artifacts, though. Are they like the Osram? Are they tinkers?
I need to get going.
One moment, Aloy. There's something I must ask you. Since you left, I've thought of little else.
This isn't really the time.
But it has to be. The way you left before, there's no way to know when I'll see you again. I'm not trying to stop you, or hold you back. But I need to know, when your mission is over, will you return to Meridian and stay? Long enough for us to spend time, to get to know each other properly, perhaps.
Flashpoint offer moments of emotional choice. How Aloy expresses her personality is up to you. Choose the fist, and Aloy will confront the challenge directly. Choose intelligence, so the brain, and Aloy will use her insight to find a clever, less obvious approach. Choose the heart, and Aloy will express compassion or give voice to her deepest convictions. It's like... The last time he kind of came on to Aloy, and the thing with him is he is the only character that did. Although they were hints, or, they like, oh, is this becoming a romance? And it never was. And I liked that about the original game, because everyone was like, yeah, you know what, romance can suck it. We're trying to literally not be unalived on a global scale. So many more things are higher up the priority list. Except for Avad. Now, I actually feel that was reasonable within his character, because he's basically a sheltered noble. The kind of the perspective shift was very, very different. I didn't feel like Eren did. Oh, maybe he did. Maybe I'm misremembering. I didn't feel that he did. In the same way that I never felt that Val did. I felt that the situation they were in could easily have become that. But I didn't feel that Eren or Val ever pursued it. Oh, pretty hard in the first meeting. Oh, no. I wouldn't actually say that Eren was going for feelings. I would say that Eren was going for a role in the sheets. That was 1000% Eren looking for a quick hookup. That was not Eren catching feelings. Like, at all. Like, at all. Oh, hey, Sheelab. Seems like I arrived at an interesting time. Yes. Avad was the only one that I felt actually sought to pursue Aloy, like, truly. I felt that Eren, honestly, was just being quite Oseram in a just straight to the point. And beyond that very first interaction was pretty much nothing but a friend to Aloy. Val, I think, was always just a friend to Aloy. Like, they were put into positions where they could where the scenario almost hinted at, like, oh, is this the beginning of a romance? And it never became that. Avad was the only one who actually seemed to pursue it. I love the awkward idling animations where they just look at each other and then look away. I hadn't really been properly watching, but you're quite right. You're quite right. Usually, I'm up before everyone else, so I can sneak in here before I need to go and be social. Tilly has been very social this evening, Sheelab. You'll be happy to know. She went out for a little bit during the first part of the stream. And then she came in on the first tea break and has been happily curled up at my feet. ever since. Well, actually, until very, very recently when she decided she wanted some more food. I'm not going to go with "Are you kidding?" because I think the and this is true in the first game. Like I feel that Aloy was very direct in the beginning, but then became more empathic throughout the game. Initially, the kind of the edge of that direct confrontational nature got blunted, and there was much more of a focus towards her using her mind and going for the more insight focused resolutions. But by the end of it, I felt like I was going for empathy occasionally and insight mostly. But it wasn't exclusively. Like it felt like the transition from just straight up confrontational moved into insight, almost on a one-to-one, just replacing confrontational with insight. But then by the end of the game, I felt that Aloy had been through enough scenarios and had enough time to socialize with people. Because in the beginning, she spent her entire life up to that point just socializing with one person, and everyone else that she had ever met had just been utter dicks to her. So, there was no reason why she would be anything but just straight and to the point. But towards the end, I felt that she became a little bit more empathic. So it's definitely between these two still. I don't know. I really don't know. Aloy has never been in a position where... Because it's such an interesting scenario with Aloy. She was an outcast from the very beginning. In her mind and in her experience, the only other person that would ever recognize her, would ever acknowledge her, was effectively her father. She never aspired to anything. She was never, brought up with the kind of implications that she would ever develop friends, much less romantic connections with anyone. Like, her life just wouldn't be going in that direction. And then all of a sudden it did. And all of a sudden she was thrust into socializing with people, but not in any kind of, here's an opportunity for you to develop your social skills and social connections. It was the world is literally ending, and you may or may not be the savior of everything. You fail, and it's not just you who fails, but literally everyone will die. The ones you didn't like, the ones you did like, the ones you don't know yet whether you like or not. I just feel like she hasn't actually been put in any kind of scenario at a time when she could actually explore whether she cares about other people or not. It's an unanswered question. I think it's... See, it's the interesting thing with this choice is this almost feels like running away from the confrontation. I don't think that Aloy would do that either. But since I can't really control where this one goes, I feel like going for this one in a more of a... Not because I think it's the right choice, but because I think it's got the least likelihood of being the wrong choice, if that makes sense. No, I'm gonna have Aloy confront it, but just not be brutish about that confrontation.
I do hope to see Meridian again, Aavak. And you.
And I think that's quite a genuine response there, and you.
This mission... It's my life. It's all I can think about. I have to stay focused. What happens after... I can't imagine that.
See, yeah, no, that's...
I wouldn't know where to begin.
Well,
That pretty much just sums up what I
If that
said.
place were to end up being Meridian, know that you will always receive a boundless welcome here. Tend to your mission, Aloy. I will hope for your success, and look forward to your return.